What's up, YouTube? It's IMO Boxing Talk, and I'm back to talk about this Mikey Garcia, Vasyl Lomachenko, because now the Lomachenko haters are running out of people to throw at Lomachenko to hope to discredit Lomachenko. See, a lot of these people, a lot of the Loma haters that have YouTube channels, I mean, that's just exactly what they are. No matter what he accomplishes, he'll never get credit from them. And some of them even just come out and blatantly say it. And how can you, as a boxing fan, even follow someone who just hates someone that's doing such a great job in their career in the sport, man? It's like, really? I don't get it, because when ESPN first crowned Lomachenko as number one pound for pound after he beat up Rigo, even before Rigo, they said, oh, if he wants any kind of credit, any of my respect, he's got to fight Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux's gonna rip his jaw off. He's gonna expose him. Rigondeaux's timing is too great. His skill, his foot movement matches Lomachenko's, and blah blah blah. And the story went on and on until after Rigo quit, and then it was all kind of excuses. Well, he's too small. Lomachenko needs to move up. If he wants to be and Rigo was number 7 on the pound for pound list, and Loma made him look like an amateur still. You know what I'm saying? Loma made him look like he was in the wrong sport. And that's why you ain't even heard from him since. He ain't the top fighter that he and everyone else thought he was. He pulled a Ronda Rousey, okay? He might end up in WWE. Hey, they just don't have the mentality to lose and keep going, and that's what makes it. That's what makes a champion. That's why a loss on a career isn't that it's not really that bad, depending on who you lose to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you lose to somebody that don't even belong there, then maybe you need to rethink yourself. But if you lose to a top fighter, if you lose to the proclaimed number 1 pound for pound fighter, what you retiring for? Get back in the game, man. But anyways, that's a little off topic. So now all of a sudden they're all coming out and fanboying Mikey Garcia because, for Lomachenko to get their credit, he had to move up in weight and fight a top fighter there. And so what does he do? He moves up in weight, and he goes after the number 1 lightweight at the time, right? The number 1, not even the top lightweight available, the top lightweight. Period. The top lightweight. Goes after him. Overcomes a mistake and a knockdown in the fight from a much bigger... Look, there's a difference between Jorge Linares and Mikey Garcia. Jorge Linares is such a skilled fighter. I don't care if he lost. That don't make him a bum that he lost to Lomachenko. Alright? Because Linares, the hand speed and pop in those punches, man. Like, you haven't seen nobody land those kind of combinations on Loma. Alright? But Linares was able to. And Mikey Garcia doesn't have that same hand speed and pop. I mean, when Linares comes out, bro, Linares, pow, you know what I'm saying? And it's like every shot he throws is that quick and that powerful. And Loma, even though, he got hit. And in my opinion, Loma was rocked in the 9th round, and Linares didn't catch it and capitalize on it. In the 9th round, when Linares landed that combination, Lomachenko kind of bounced back up and hit him with the jab to let him know he's still there. But like 3 seconds later, like he kind of folds at the knees there a little bit. I was like, oh no, his legs wobbly. But you know what? I feel like I'm the only one that picked up on that because I ain't even seen nobody comment on that. But, so if you go back and rewatch the 9th round and pay attention up to about 30 seconds after Linares lands that combo, Lomachenko's legs aren't under him 100%. You see him kind of hopping around trying to get his legs up underneath him again. You know what I'm saying? Like his mind is going, his mind is still 100 because he trains it so much, but his legs weren't there, and Linares didn't capitalize on that. So to overcome a bigger, stronger, and fast fighter like Linares is such a great attribute to the skill of Lomachenko. So now all of a sudden, you know, people are just blatantly saying, just coming out like, I'm still not going to give him credit. Now he got to beat Mikey Garcia, or he got to beat Tank Davis. Like, really? All of a sudden, now he has to beat Tank Davis. See, just a few months ago, you were saying, stop trying to fight Tank. He don't even got a belt. Come on now. You was trying to protect Tank just a few months ago. It wasn't even like a couple years ago or nothing like that. Just a few months ago. Y'all was trying to protect Tank. Oh, he ain't even got a belt. Why Loma want to fight? Why don't you move up? Why don't you move up and wait? Why don't you move up and wait? What does he do? Tank openly ducks him. Some of y'all caught on to it and put it out there and was like, man, he ducking. But some of y'all still held his hand and said Loma need to fight a bigger fighter. What does he do? He comes up, fights a bigger fighter, and wins. And I don't understand why y'all think Tank just hits so much harder than Linares. Like, really? I don't see that. Like, even if he hits harder, it's not so much. Like, you're trying to paint this picture like the dude's Incredible Hulk, you know what I'm saying, fighting a street fight. You know, like compared to Linares, you know what I'm saying? Like, his power is so much more than, like, no, it's not so much more. He's a little dude too. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much more. It might be a little bit more. Who knows? We ain't never had it tested. But it might be a little bit more, but due to size, it's not so much more. Like, oh my gosh, out of this world power. It's just not how it happens. I mean, he's been fighting C-level fighters, and all of a sudden, he's the guy that Loma has to go through? Really? He's the one that Loma has to prove himself against? The guy that hadn't beat anybody A-level. He's only beaten C-level fighters. Now all of a sudden, Loma has to go through him? The only thing he's proved is that he's at least a B-level fighter. So far, that's the only thing he's proved, is that he's at least a B-level fighter, because he just keeps beating up the C-level fighters. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here, all right? There's a big difference between the A-level and the B-level and the C-levels, all right? And so far, Tank ain't proved himself on an A-level game. He even came out and said it himself, that he was feeling like he was being set up to fail. That he was set up for the championship fight against Jose Pedraza. For real? You set up for Pedraza? So, for, you know, I don't get it. This is not the guy that Lomachenko must go through to prove himself. You know what? I think Mikey Garcia is a much tougher challenge than Tank Davis could ever be. Simply because of his size. I mean, the dude walks around at 160. Literally. You know what I'm saying? He literally walks around 160. Loma's 142, 144 walking around. So, yeah, I mean, there's that type of a size difference and that type of a strength difference between the two. Everybody can be caught. Everybody can be caught. So, Mikey does have a chance in that aspect. When it comes to skill level, Mikey don't stand a chance at skill level. He doesn't. He likes to fight flat-footed fighters. And I've said it before. He does not like to fight people that move. He doesn't. He even said that. He even let people know that when he was talking about not wanting to fight Terrence Crawford. He even exposed himself on that. So, it's not hate for me to bring you the truth. All right, he likes to fight flat-footed fighters. Adrian Broner, flat-footed, don't swing. Flat-footed and don't swing. How can you lose? How can you lose if you're Mikey Garcia in that situation? Please explain to me. He didn't, Sergey Lipinets, flat-footed, swings back though. You see, Mikey had a tough time with him. And I said it before, I'll say it again. The only thing that won him that fight was that knockdown, in my opinion. The only thing that won him that fight was a knockdown and the popularity of his name, in my opinion. Because Lipinets swings back. And he was catching Mikey. But Lipinets, flat-footed, don't have the footwork nor the timing of Lomachenko to expose Mikey. And he almost exposed him. He almost did it. So, can Mikey catch Loma? Yes, he can. He could catch him. He could, man. He could. Because he's a bigger person. Not stature-wise, not tall-wise. But he walks around heavier, man. He's so much heavier. And punches from those heavier people play a toll. You see how Lomachenko was tired after this fight with Linares, man. And see, y'all say hit him to the body, he's weak to the body. Since when? Since when? Even Salido, the one who came out, who edged the victory over him, hit him low, man, was crushing his body. When did Loma ever go down? Lomachenko ate all kinds of punches to the body. Lomachenko ate, I wouldn't say all kinds. He didn't just get beat up, but he took a lot of big punches to the body against the bigger, stronger Jorge Linares, and it didn't faze him. In a sense that he was ready to be knocked down, I should say. He was worn out after the fight. You can see it in his face. He was tired. He was tired. It was a mental challenge and it was a big physical challenge. And he was tired. And I believe Ellie Sekbeck went up to question him after the post-fight interview. And Loma was like, I'm tired. I need to go. Didn't even want to answer his question. He was like, I'm tired, man. Just let me go rest. And understandably so. He fought a bigger, tough opponent. But he still came out on top. His skills, his skill set still got him that victory. And I could see the same thing happening against Mikey Garcia. And I think Mikey Garcia allowed us to know his plans after the Lipinets fight. He said he probably had one more fight at 135. And then he came out and said he probably was going to fight Robert Easter Jr. and then move weight classes. That's what he had already said. And now here we go with a possible Mikey Garcia-Robert Easter Jr. fight coming up. So, based on what Mikey said, even though he switches a lot, I don't see him sticking around to possibly become undisputed. Because, if I'm not mistaken, Lomachenko is already scheduled for August to fight Ray Beltran. Which is going to be a great fight. I don't know why people are hating on that fight. They say unification. Well, if he's going to unify, if he's going to become undisputed, then he has to go through Ray Beltran. Let's not hate on the fight. Ray Beltran is a hard puncher. No, he doesn't have the skill set, but he punches hard. He's a hard puncher. That's another test for Lomachenko. Everybody question his chin just because of the flash. Now, question his chin. It's not like he hadn't been hit in the face. He ain't falling all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets caught. He ain't been knocked out. What are you questioning his chin for? What are you questioning his body for? He ain't even been knocked down by a body shot. At all. But anyways, man. So, I don't know what Mikey's going to do. And I don't know if Vasyl Lomachenko if his plans are to become undisputed at 135, if he becomes undisputed at 135, I'm still waiting to see what Terrence Crawford does at 147 before I put one over the other at number one. It's got to be good to be Bob Arum right now. He got the two best fighters in boxing, pound for pound. But anyways, man, hey, that's my time. That's my piece. Y'all let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. As usual, I appreciate y'all watching and have a blessed day.